Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome to the channel and welcome to yet another contest entry video here. And this one is for Jack over at the Vinyl Martini. He is pushing hard for 600 subs, and I know he's closing in on it. The last I saw, I think he was at about 550, so real close. So if you haven't gone over and subscribed and entered the contest, please do. He's a really good guy. I've watched some of his videos, more than some of his videos over the years, and really enjoy his content. And for the rules of the contest, obviously you have to be subbed, and he wants us to give a shout out to two channels that are deserving of more subs. I actually have four because I couldn't decide on which of the two to go with. Two channels that are on somewhat of the smaller side, and the other two are closing in on 1,000, and I'd really like to see them get over 1,000 subs. I think that would be really cool. And the other rule is, or part of the contest, is to show a discography that you are complete or not complete with, but just show a discography. So the first part, the shout outs. The first shout out is to Jacob over at Jacob's Music Channel. He is currently at the 190 to 195 range for subscribers, really closing in on 200. Shows a lot of cool hard rock and classic rock, and really nice channel. Seems like a really cool guy, and I would like to see him pass the 200 subscriber mark. The next one is somebody that I had the privilege of meeting along with Mike MGK Boston last summer at a record show north of the city here in Boston. And that is Anthony Gambler 812, who he shows such a wide variety of music, from Elvis to Kiss and everything in between. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. He's closing in on 300 subs, and he is a real nice guy. And like I said, I'm just glad to have met him in person, and I know I'll be seeing him and Mike again at a hopefully down the road at a future record show this summer. Anthony is currently at the 270, 265, 270 mark, and I'd like to see him get over the 300 subscriber mark, and that would be really cool. The next two, as I said, are somewhat bigger channels, and I'd love to see them get past these 1,000 subscriber mark this year. The first one is Steve over at All the World's a Stage. He's currently at 702, maybe a little more than that. And I really like the 5 albums, and I think it's 5 albums in 5 years series that he does, or the first 5 albums of a discography. And that has really been a beacon for me in terms of whether or not I want to collect a full discography of a band. So check his channel out if you haven't already. And he also does a live stream. I think it's every other Sunday night, and I've just been busy on Sunday evenings, but I think they may have one coming up this coming Sunday, and usually Marsha P joins, and I think Anthony's been on. So if you haven't checked that out, I've heard it's a really good show, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out this weekend. And also the fourth person I'd like to mention for a shout out on their channel is Brian over at Embryonic Robot. He shows a wide variety of music. Really cool stuff in his collection. It looks like he works in the National Archives of vinyl record, in the vinyl record wing. If you have seen his collection behind him, I know I'd get lost in his maze of albums there, but really nice guy. He is currently at the 860 mark, and again closing in on 1,000 subscriber mark. So that's why I went with 4. I just could not decide on who to select for just 2, so I kind of bent the rules there. So then again, the rules are made to be broken, right? And now the second part of the the contest is to show a discography. And for this discography, I'm going to show all my Taylor Swift. I know the Super Bowl was just last weekend, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to do that. And just kidding, I'm not showing anything from Taylor Swift. I couldn't keep a straight face. Although I do have some artists' names who either the end in Taylor, and the artist I'm going with is a British blues guitarist. You've probably seen her on my channel before, and also over at Gary from Physical Format Rock and Roll. I know he's a big fan of hers. And that is Joanne Shaw Taylor. She, as I said, is a British blues phenom, guitar virtuoso, excellent singer, has a really smoky voice, and I think her vocals are just crafted for the blues and blues rock. Joanne Shaw Taylor was, I got my cheat sheets here, and I will do my best to keep this a short video on the short side. She was discovered by Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics fan, and at the age of 16, she has worked with him on a tour, I believe, when he was touring Europe. She joined him back in the, I guess, early or mid-90s, I think it was. Or 2000s, I should say, early 2000s, late 90s. Sorry about that. In 2009, she released her debut album, which I'll show with you in a few minutes. It's called White Sugar. In 2010, she won the British, the Blues Music Award winner for Best Female Vocalist, and also in 2011, she won the Best award for songwriter in the British Blues Awards, and the song was from her Diamonds in the Dirt album called Same as It Never Was, which was one of my favorite songs of hers, not just on the album but in general. And she is just a phenomenal artist, and I've gotten to see her on multiple occasions, and hopefully I'll get to see her this year, and hopefully she'll be releasing a new album this year, because she's been releasing a bunch of singles since, I think, last September. So, as I mentioned, the debut album, which was released in 2009, is called White Sugar. This is off of the Roof Records label. This is an excellent album. It's jam-packed with so many great songs. I'll show you the track listing here. And this is an outstanding debut album by any artist, and I think it's one that should have won Album of the Year, but I forget which one did way back then. The takeaway songs from that are Going Home, Watch 'Em Burn, and Kiss the Ground Goodbye. I'm sparing you all of going into song reviews with each of my songs from the album, so maybe I'll do that in another video. The second album came out in 2010, and this is just as great as the first one, and it's called Diamonds in the Dirt. Awesome picture of Joanne right there. And the track listings, kind of get the glare off of that. And my three takeaway songs from Diamonds in the Dirt are Same as It Never Was, which won her a British Blues Award for Songwriter of the Year. Jump That Train is another great high-octane ride. And Lord Have Mercy, which is a fantastic song, really just showcases the performer as a whole that Joanne Shaw Taylor is, with her virtuoso guitar skills and her vocals on this. This is I think it's a powerhouse song, and one is that would definitely be in my top 10 of her songs. Coming up next is our third studio album, and this is from 2012, and it's called Almost Always Never. Sorry for the tongue tie there. And pretty cool photo of Joanne. And again, the track listings on the back here. And this is also another one from Roof Records. I think the first 3 or 4 are from Roof Records, and they are just well produced, I think, and did work great with Joanne. The takeaway songs from Almost Always Never are Army of One, which is definitely in the top 3 of my Joanne Shaw Taylor songs. Soul Station and Piece of the Sky. Those are all fantastic songs. Piece of the Sky, you can definitely hear her channeling Jimi Hendrix, who was one of her 3 influences, which also include Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert Collins. So you'll definitely hear elements from those 3 artists in her performance. Next up is not a studio album, but it's a live one. And Roof does this with a bunch of their artists. They'll put together a live show from different shows. And this came out in I think it was 2013. I think it was 2013, but this is an excellent live album. And if you haven't had a chance to see her and want to see what she's like, pick up this album, or you can check her out on YouTube. But it comes with a DVD, which is really cool, and nice photo of her on the back as well. The next one that I have for you is her 4th studio album, which came out in 2014. And this one is one that has one of her signature tunes on here. And this album is called The Dirty Truth. And this one, which here's the track listings for you. And to show you the photos right there. I also have it on vinyl, and was able to get her to sign that after a show. And as I said, one of her signature songs, and at least in my opinion, that's on here, is called Mudhoney. Next is the title track, The Dirty Truth, which is another great tune, and Outlaw Angel, all excellent songs from that album, which is just a solid album all from beginning to end. Next, we take a walk on the wild side with Joanne for her 5th studio album, and that is called Wild. And this album is just an outstanding album. It really is one of the, I guess you could say, a must-have in the Joanne Shaw Taylor discography. She's really on fire on this album, I think. A lot of great songs, and that really showcase her talent as a songwriter and singer and guitarist. Just a complete package. And for songs that really stood out to me on this one are Ready to Roll, and I think I got that right because I want to keep calling that Ready to Rock, but it's Ready to Roll, and I did write it down correctly. Nothing to Lose, not a cover from the Kiss song, but total different song with the same title. And of course the classic song by Gershwin called Summertime. And she, I think, really rivals Janis Joplin's version of Summertime. And if you want to hear Joanne showcasing her vocals, this is one to listen to closely. It's just an awesome performance by her. So that is for Wild, which I don't have everything on hers on vinyl, but I also have Wild. And you get more of appreciation of the photo for the album cover, and an excellent photo on the back of her as well. So this is a must-have, I think, for your blues rock collection, and it's just an album that you're going to want to listen to over and over again. Coming up on the last handful here, I think there's 3 or 4 left. So I thank you for staying with me. Um, Next, we have Reckless Heart. This one is her sixth studio album, and I love that album cover. Just the pink and or reddish, if you will, on the black background is just really cool. And the track listing and the three songs that I really like on this album are Reckless Heart, the title track, New 89, and Bad Love. So check out those songs. Just another great performance by Joanne. And the next album, this one is one that she's wanted to do for a while. She got together finally with Joe Bonamassa and recorded on his label, Keeping the Blues Alive. The two of them worked on this during the pandemic, so the pandemic did not slow her down. And this is a album where she and Joe were picking different blues tunes, and a project, like I said, that she's been wanting to do for a while, and it's called The Blues Album, which I think is an appropriate title. And again, an awesome cover with the blue highlight there, and some really killer tracks on here. And this album is one of my favorites of hers, even though it's an all covers one. Definitely in the top five. The songs on here, and like I said, there's so many good ones. I couldn't really decide, but I finally did. The first one is an Albert Collins one, Can't You See What You're Doing to Me? By far the best cover that I've heard of this song, and Anna Popovich does a great job on this one as well, but Joanne Shaw Taylor just hits it out of the park. The next one is a Little Milton cover, and it's called If That Ain't a Reason, and this one is just, wow, what an awesome tune. I hit that replay button several times when I hear that one. And last but not least, I haven't heard of this one before. It's by Don Covey, and this is kind of probably my theme song. And it's called Three-Time Loser. Just an awesome song from the old school blues days, and Joanne Shaw Taylor again just hits this out of the park, and all these songs she does a fantastic job on. And again, I have this on vinyl, so you can really appreciate the cover. And last but not least, this next one is not really a blues album, if you will, but it really does show a more sentimental, softer side of Joanne's songwriting and guitar skills, and it is her most current, in her 8th studio album, and it's called Nobody's Fool. And that's a really cool photo of her. And on the back, a nice write-up. And the track listing, I apologize for the shrink wrap on there, but gotta keep the album cover in pristine condition. So, Nobody's Fool, as I said, it's more of a sentimental type of an album by Joanne, and you get a bit of a look into her life and everything, and just an outstanding performance on the album from beginning to end. The three songs that stand out to me the most are Fade Away, which I believe was written for her mother, who passed away of cancer back in 2012, 2013. Runaway, and Bad Blood. Those are three excellent songs that really show how diverse of a musician Joanne Shaw Taylor is. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for bearing with me on this and staying to the end. If you have, I apologize for going way longer than I planned, but Jack, thank you so much for this cool contest and the prize, which I believe is a donation to a charity of your choice. So let's all go over and support Jack and get him over 600 subs. I'll leave a link to his channel as well. Jack, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing what you have in store for us down the road. Cheers to you, Jack, and hope to see all of you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.